Alright, what's going on everyone? It is Super here, and I bring you guys the first video of a special little series that I'm going to be doing for Mortal Kombat X Combat Pack number 2 characters, which is pretty much going to be, me giving you guys like my wish list for each specific variation of a certain character. So I'm going to be doing this throughout the whole week for every character, Alien, Leatherface, Boraicho, and Triborg. And of course, I'm going to start off with Triborg because I know that this character is going to be my favorite in Mortal Kombat X because it has, 3 of my top 10 favorite characters in Mortal Kombat history pretty much in, one character. So of course, SEKTOR, my favorite character in Mortal Kombat history, which I'm going to be doing the specific video on. Cyrax, my third favorite. By the way, if you guys are wondering, Ermac is my second favorite character of all time. And then Smoke, who is definitely either my top 10 or my top 5, especially Cyber Smoke. I prefer Human Smoke, you know what I mean? Like the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Human Smoke, but Cyber Smoke is right there. But the point is, I'm going to be doing like a wish list for each variation and what I think, they should do, or what I think each specific variation is going to have. So for Triborg, I want to dedicate one video to each variation because, like I said, I'm maining this character when he comes out, and all 3 variations too. I'm not just going to play one like SEKTOR. I'm going to play all 3 variations. This is the most excited I've been for any DLC ever in a video game. So I'm going to be doing one video per variation. So of course, the first one that I have to start with is SEKTOR because he is my favorite character in Mortal Kombat history. And actually, if you guys don't believe me, he is the only character from Mortal Kombat 9 that I uploaded a combo video for way back in 2011. So I hope you guys enjoyed my pretty much week 1 SEKTOR combos from MK9. But let's get started here. I think Triborg as a whole, it's going to go through all 3 variations. In my opinion, I think he's going to have some sort of teleport because all 3 of the cyborgs, Cyber Smoke, SEKTOR, and Cyrax, all of them have, some sort of teleport. Of course, SEKTOR, he goes down, comes up on the other side. Cyrax, disassembles himself and then reassembles himself. That's his teleport. And of course, Cyber Smoke just disappears. So I think Triborg as a whole is going to have, some sort of teleport. So I don't think we have to worry about that. But as far as like specific moves that the SEKTOR variation that I want to have is, of course, he's going to have the missiles. Like, he is known for his missiles. That's definitely something that has to be in the SEKTOR variation, and I think it definitely will be because SEKTOR is known for the missiles. Of course, I think the meter burn version of the missiles should be his tracking missiles. Of course, that's been his moveset since UMK3, you know what I mean? So we already have a character in Mortal Kombat X that has tracking missiles, which is Spec Ops Cassie. The tracking missiles should work, similar to that. So, the missiles, tracking missiles for EX, I think that's definitely going to come into play. Whether he's going to get his up rocket from MK9, I'm not really sure. It would be amazing because it would sort of be like what Tremor has with the up rocks. You could combo from it. It's just really good for, stopping your opponent from pressuring you. You could get it out and it could be coming down while they do a combo, and then, it still hits them. Tremor, that's one of the things that make Tremor one of the strongest characters in Mortal Kombat X. So if the SEKTOR variation can have his up rockets, that would be really cool. Plus, you could zone with it. If the straight missiles are really, really fast, you could use your up rockets and stuff just like you could in MK9 and, zone really, really well. So I think those things are, going to be like the main things for SEKTOR's variation, which I'm completely fine with because, that's been the traditional SEKTOR that I know and love from UMK3. Something else that might make a return would be the flamethrower. I could probably take or leave the flamethrower. Like, I would not be upset if SEKTOR does not have a flamethrower as a moveset for the specific SEKTOR variation. So flamethrower, I could sort of give or take, I should say. And as far as special moves, that's pretty much going to be it. Like, of course, Triborg is going to have a lot of like normals taken from the different cyborgs, but it's going to go across all variations because a lot of times like regular moves don't change. There's always like standard base moves that go across all variations. Like, in my opinion, the teleport is something that all of them are going to have, which traditionally all of those cyborgs do have some sort of teleport. So like character specific things, only a couple things changed. Like I said, like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 things, like 4 special moves and stuff like that. So in my opinion, of course, I would be extremely happy for Sector to have the up rocket, which would be awesome. Something sort of like, you know, like I said, Tremor does with the rocks that come down. I think the stray missiles and the tracking missiles are given. I think that's going to be like the main focus for the Sector variation, which would be awesome, of course, because it's the Sector we all know and love. From UMK3, from MK9, it's just, you know, that's just Sector. The missiles, that's Sector, missiles, missiles, missiles. And of course the flamethrower, I could give or take. So that's gonna be it, guys. Let me know what you guys would like to see for the Sector variation. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.